bet his name is just like Jim, and he's just like, I just didn't want to tell you my name because I'm embarrassed how boring it is. It's just Jim.
You carry the gift of Prometheus in your hand. Remarkable.
The gift of Prometheus. Torch?
You carry the gift of Prometheus in your hand. Remarkable.
This will be one of the philosophers eat 11. Oh my god, don't come back to life, please. I keep expecting them to come alive like the Drow in like Skyrim or something. Ah, bugger. Whoa, that one went fucking flying. Holy shit. Oh no. Egyptian vase. Egyptian clay vase decorated with animals and geometric patterns. It now contains nothing but sand. Alright, it's locked from the other side. Okay. Oh, I thought you were a fucking skeleton, man. Where are they? Oh shit. Oh, these look a bit different. Oh, these are mummies. They're different from the other ones. Okay. Egyptian board game. Board of an ancient game called Senet, the rules of which are long forgotten. You guys, you want to play a game of Senet? What are the rules? I don't know. Just want to play a game. Egyptian plaque, which translates to "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Dad's like, before I die, I must finish the game of Senet. I missed a couple times there. Really thought I'd gotten them the first couple times. I can hear him, but I don't see him. I'm trapped behind glass. Ah, there it is. Got it. Statue of Akka, an ancient Egyptian deity said to guard against evil spirits and welcome the dead to the underworld. Damn, some. Isn't that the Egyptian god of death? Egyptian statue of a man with the head of a jackal. Could this be Anubis? Was Anubis the Egyptian god of death? I don't know the Egyptian mythology very well. I just know there was one called Set. I know there was Anubis. I know there was Snakehead Man. I don't know what that was. Oh, hello. That guy's got an arrow in his head.
Stop.
Oh, no, he doesn't.
Do not come any closer. Who are you?
I'm Crandall. Who are you?
I am Khabash.
Hello.
And let me guess, another Greco-Roman come to loot and plunder the resting place of my ancestors.
Actually, no, I don't know what I am. Put me on the agnostic pile, I suppose. Do I look Greek or Roman to you?
Trousers, boots, curious here. No, I suppose you do not. Then what do you want?
I'm just looking for an Egyptian plaque.
To what end?
He was Judge the Dead. So that wasn't death, he was just evil. Oh, okay. I want to return it to the obelisk.
That is welcome news. You really are not Greek or Roman, are you? I was planning to return it myself, but for now, I must remain. Here, take it, and restore the honor of Osiris.
Oh, my neck. Osiris, Lord of Silence. Thanks. That was a little too easy.
Now, as for the other plaque.
The fourth plaque? You know about it?
Indeed, I have it right here.
Oh.
I stumbled across a collection of dusty curiosities while searching for a place to hide from the hungry children of Amit, and there it was.
May I have it?
You may not. In fact, I am about to destroy it.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because it speaks a treacherous, blasphemous lie.
So now you just had to go at the Romans and Greeks for destroy. Okay. Man, it's like a cycle of people doing it and then not being aware, and then not being self-aware enough to realize they're doing it. How so?
I will tell you. But first, do you know what this place is?
The Duat?
Indeed. And I see you know our
I don't know what the
history.
Duat is, though.
This is the Duat. See what has become of it. I have been down here for weeks, piecing together its story. And here is what I have learned. As Egypt declined and the Greeks had their turn to flourish, their souls came here in great numbers. But instead of adopting our ways, they copied and corrupted them. When they found the obelisk bearing the name Osiris, the true god of the underworld, they desecrated it,
that sounds
removing
familiar.
his name and replacing it with Hades.
No jumping in the
Even
sewer.
the ferryman of the dead,
Xerxes
known
High.
to my people long before as Kerti, they renamed to Keron. As if
God.
that desecration was not enough, they built over this place, using it as the foundation for their own underworld, so that ours was forgotten. My only solace is that the Greeks then suffered the same fate when the Romans rose to power, renaming Hades to Pluto, and the cycle began.
But what about
anew.
you, Khabash? Did your people do the same thing to something else? It's something like. So what's the problem with the plaque?
It is inscribed with a script I do not recognize, but it is ancient, almost as if it is older than the plaque bearing Osiris's name. But if that is so, it would imply the gods of
Yep.
Egypt are mere imitations too, copied and corrupted from an ancient people who prospered even before
Who would
us.
they have done that from?
And that's my
The
people did to
Aztecs?
them, what the Greeks and Romans did to us. But this, I cannot accept.
I love that. I don't accept that.
I
No.
sense a deception. Perhaps it is the work of Set, the usurper, seeking to undermine Osiris once more.
What does the inscription say? Exist didn't exist yet. Okay. What was before the Egyptians? The Babylonians. Babylonian. I don't know them. I don't know too far back that way. The dinosaurs? Wait a minute. Did you co-op the dinosaurs? There was the T-Rex. That was the god of death. Stegosaurus, obviously the god of fertility. Well, Stegosaurus is madness. Let's change that one. Something else. What does the inscription say?
You will never know.
Oh.
This work of sacrilege must be destroyed, thrown into the black abyss below in Osiris's name.
Please don't.
You are too late.
Okay.
It is done.
Now I'm going to have to go in after it.
You would plunge into the depths of the Duat with no way back up. Madness.
We'll see. First I have some questions for you.
If it will help you to see reason, then ask.
Brachiosaurus is clearly the god of fertility. What's your story?
I am from Rakotis, which you may know as Alexandria, the name of the city the Greeks built over it. I was a fisherman, like my father before me. Since the Romans had taken over from the Greeks, I took the opportunity to learn Latin and eventually traveled to Rome. When the fires broke out last year, I tried to help. I gathered terrified locals into my boat and led many of them to safety farther along the Tiber. On my 7th trip, a passenger demanded I wait for his brother. But we were full to almost sinking, and smoke was all around us. I told him his brother would have to save himself, and he tried to bribe me by placing a coin into my hand. When I refused, he drew a dagger and thrust it between my ribs.
Wow.
I awoke
Sucks,
on
dude.
the banks of the river to a stranger wearing a ram headdress. He said his name was Kirti, and at the time, I simply thought him odd. It did not dawn on me until much later that he was the Kirti, the ram-headed ferryman described in the Book of the Dead.
Do you know a way out of here?
This is where I belong, as caretaker of the memories of my people. If our ways are to be remembered, it falls to me.
I just love the like, these people co-opted our religion, and our mythology. Oh, but turns out they did it to them before them. Oh, but then wait a minute. Someone's saying that we did that to them? No, I'm going to bury this below and ignore that it happened. my anger is just, but no one else can be angry at me for doing what we already did. Quick, bury it and ignore it. What do you think about the golden rule?
I think if someone is to break the golden rule, it will not be me. For I try to live as I always have by the command of the goddess Ma'at. Do to the doer to make him do. As for the punishment
Do to the
that
doer to
will
make him
come from
do.
it, I finally understand why it has long been said among my people that gold is the skin of the gods.
What do you think? What do you think is down there?
I do not know. What could possibly lie beneath the underworld? Perhaps it is infinite darkness. Perhaps it is the lair of Amit, the devourer of souls. All I know is it would be unwise to venture down there.
Do you want to go down there even more?
Is everyone so contrary where you are from?
Yes.
Do
Yes.
not even
Yes, we
consider
are.
it.
I'll be going now.
Good. Be gone from this place.
When I say going, I mean down there.
You are planning to go down there. I see it in your
Yeah,
eyes.
I'm going down there, buddy. Definitely.
You would plunge into the depths of...
Yeah, you said that before. I'll find a way back up.
We shall see.
All right, save that. All right, happy to go down. Hey, look. Magic light. What'd you make of this? They steal it from Ra, the son of the god, or god of the sun, or whatever.
That lamp.
Ra, it is Ra.
Truly, the gods are powerful in this place.
Got it right, nice, good. A Sumerian. It's a Sumerian. I think someone said Sumerians, possibly. Plaque bearing the cuneiform inscription Nergal the Fierce One. The Egyptians copied the Sumerians, whatever that is, apparently. The Sumerian? Lord of the Rings, is this you? Tolkien? Sumerian? Babylonians, basically. God, it is fucking dark down here. Understandably, of course. Credit breastplate. Credit breastplate with Sumerian markings on it. It appears to be a pressure plate for some kind of trap. Whoa. I can't tell if it's filling up or not. Trap, you say? Huh, I'll trigger that. Set off all the traps.
When I told you that you would not find a way back up, that was not a prediction.
Oh.
That was a promise. You will die here.
No. It's not even for this to end in violence.
I disagree. I warned you against coming down here, against perpetuating this sacrilege, but you persisted. You have undermined and dishonored the true god of the underworld. How did you think this would end, if not with bloodshed?
Just hear me out.
Very well, I will listen. But if I sense deception, or if you further insult my gods, I will carry out my threat.
God, everyone's so certain. Everyone's so certain of their own
Why should
belief,
I
aren't they?
let you live after you salvaged this instrument of blasphemy?
Something can be destroyed by the truth. It deserves to be destroyed by the truth. There's no shame in building on the works of people who came before you. I'm just trying to replace all the plaques taken from the desecrated obelisk.
Why? To what end?
To earn an audience with the god of the underworld.
But why? What business could you have with Osiris?
I'm going to confront him about the golden demand that he let everyone go. I'm going to confront him about the golden rule.
Blasphemous fool!
Damn.
You have sealed your own fate.
Poop. Wait, if you attack me, they'll break the golden rule.
Ha, good. I welcome it. You see, the philosopher told me that each time it breaks, Osiris bellows with rage, and his voice shakes the very foundations of the earth. I can only hope one more tremor will lay waste to this fragile place once and for all, and you along with it.
Be loud.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Oh, it's flooding. Oh, shit. I think I saved just before I dropped down. No, I'm not getting out of that. Oh, it's saved by here. Nice.
When I told you that you would not find a way, that what you
Thanks for some violence.
you
Just hear me out.
why? But
I'm going to demand that he let everyone go.
blasphemous
Shit. Wait. Do your worst.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
No, I'm fast. I'm fast. I'm fast. Just load again. I wonder if it's actually possible to get through this without getting attacked.
when I told that you will then you admit many of my ancestors endured great
Well, maybe
hardship
just
to
truth,
live
you know.
good lives so that we may descend to the Duat in death and be judged accordingly. We prepare to have our hearts weighed on Anubis' scales and to swear ourselves innocent of sin before the 42 assessors of Ma'at. And yet, I arrive here to find the Book of the Dead contained only a seed of truth. And now, I ask myself, did our priests steal and embellish the stories of an older people and feed us lies all our lives simply to trick us into obedience?
Sounds about right. Isn't being a good person worthwhile pursuing life? Probably, but you can blame your priest for that, not me.
Blasphemer!
Shit. I tried.
I can...
The many shall suffer.
Try it again. Yes. Just deafening people with the many shall suffer thing.
Then weep and yet did
Yeah, the bit of him up his face.
I am not sure
Okay,
I
here we go,
follow.
here we
Speak plainly.
Even if your beliefs about the afterlife weren't quite accurate, isn't the important thing they motivate you to live good lives. If you were only good in life because you expect a reward, were you really a good person?
Now you insult me and you
Damn it. Man, this guy is so fucking sensitive.
The many shall suffer.
This guy's so fucking sensitive, dude.
When I told you that you would not, that you, and you did, I am.
Even if you believe so, after.
Perhaps there
Okay,
is
here we go.
some truth in that. What is your point?
You're going to abandon a lifetime of good character now that it matters most just because you found you were misled.
You are persuasive. Very well. I will let you live, and you may do what you will with that plaque. I will remain here for a while and attempt to learn what I can about the foundations of my people's beliefs. Go.
All right. Beautiful. Fantastic. All right, there we go. Now shoot him. Shoot him. Where is he? Where even is he? Just vanished. Oh, ah! And now we're flooding this place, baby. Did they do a coach? I haven't seen them say what engine they made in it. Yeah, it's not a port. This is like straight up a... Oh, there you are. This is like a... This is like a remake. They just remade the game from the ground up using the mod that they created as a basis for the idea and stuff.
You again. What is
Oh, you
it
said
now?
you said in Unreal video. I missed that bit.
Of course.
I get you, Soriano. I get you. Okay, so this is the way we came in then. Right, yeah. Alright, so... Do I have all of the tablets now? No, I'm missing the Greek plaque. Oh, which thing he has? Dopey does. I forgot what his name is. Not Dopey. Something else. Something less mean than Dopey. Dooley, that's it. Not Dopey. It's like, I don't think it's Dopey. It's D something. Dooley. Medulla oblongata. Why? Because I gotta. A bathtub? Oh, I see. It's more like made perhaps.
You carry the gift of Prometheus in your... Good to see you again, friend.
I did find what I needed, yep.
I enjoyed our...
Alright. I nearly did accidentally shoot the old man in the face then. Alright, we're finally free of the cave. Oh. Say, it must be almost time for the... It must almost be time for the debate now. I mean, the elections. I found the guy!
Greetings and salutations.
Hey, my friend. Have you discovered anything about my vanishing offerings?
I have, but telling you about it might break the golden rule.
Truly, my imagination runs wild. But if what you say is true, I will have to satisfy myself with being dissatisfied.
Oh.
Should I stop my offerings, though? Is there any danger?
No, you should keep leaving them, trust me.
Very well. I will trust your judgment, my friend.
Now, was there something you wanted?
No, I'm good.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
Okay, so what if I... So, how about the election? They gotta somehow get evidence of malice as Quintus. Have to get the upper cistern. Oh, figure out how to stop Virgil's harassment. Investigate for their homes. I don't know where their homes are. Having Gillier selected Matry is the only way to get free Dooley from his cell. Figure out what happened to Sentilia. Ask Ulpius about Sentilia's disappearance. I've learned that Ulpius may know something about Sentilia. Ask residents of the villas for clues about Sentilia's disappearance. I've heard Horatius accused Domitius of some involvement in Sentilia's disappearance. Talk to Olivia about being in the underworld. So if I tell Livia I know her secret, it'll be a weight off her shoulders. The Greek plaque. Oops. Equitia suggests I should begin by asking Georgius, the city's only Greek resident. Oh yeah, he said that it would probably be somewhere... Oh no, we know where it is anyway. Dulia's got it. Dopey Dulia's got it.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there.
He's coming right for us. Let me just load and fire.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
Because you're a fucking idiot.
Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at...
You think about Sentilia's disappearance?
Listen, I don't abduct women. They come to me. And they keep coming back.
Okay.
If you know what I mean.
Is it because you've got BDE? Yeah, subtle. I think you're hiding something.
You don't know Sturkus.
Yeah, how we going?
Whatever.
Citizen,
Hello, magistrate.
we're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Crandall, and we've had this conversation before.
We have? Wait, if I understand correctly, someone is about to break the golden rule, forcing me to create a portal in time to bring you here? I must have entrusted you with figuring out who the culprit is. Only, I assume we failed, and you had to start over.
Quite a few times.
Is that about right? If so, what happened?
I can stop from being broken.
Ah, I see. Look, it's unfortunate, but all that matters now
I
is
broke
that
it.
you make use of what you've learned and gathered, and do better next time. Now, I assume you've sought me out again for a reason.
Want to chat, dude? I want you to release Dooley.
You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is a liability we simply cannot afford. Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times, sneaking around in places he should not have been.
What did he do?
Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you that is not the case. You may not be aware of this, but it was not so long ago, during the Republic, the law of the 12 tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his deformities.
Big ears?
Here we see to it that he has food, water, and shelter, and most importantly, he is able to continue living. A privilege that would be taken away from all of us were he to be released and commit the crime of trespass.
Which is not
Man
a
has
crime
no
here, 'cause
self-discipline,
I've been doing it all over the
poor
place.
comprehension of what is going on around him, and is an incorrigible rule breaker. I will not jeopardize the lives of my people so that one man can go free. Now, was there something else?
You're talking about the golden rule.
I've had plenty of time to think about it. Let me see if I can sum up my thoughts. I've always considered my
not
guiding
trespass, they
star
don't know
to be
you're
the
there.
well-being of the Roman people. Our survival and prosperity have always hinged upon honoring the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. Give the gods what they want and we all prosper. Dishonor them and we all die. It's as simple as that. The real enemy in this place is not the golden rule, but human failings. The temptation to slide into degeneracy, greed, and hubris. I trust that answers your question.
He was sneaking into people's rooms and jacked off while they were sleeping, and he splooged jizz on their face. Any of these fucking fuckers ever break into your home while you're sleeping and just like have a massive cum shot all over your towels? Any of these fuckers ever like running around nude and then you see the big old hairy nut sacks? Or they come at you and they say, "Fuck, there's a big old horse cock in my room," or a donkey dick. Ever happen? I think I'll ever stop quoting that line now. It's stuck in my head forever. Do you know a way out of here?
If I did, I'd have led these people out of here already.
What's your story, bruh?
Sextus Sentius Imperiosus is my name, though magistrate is the proper way to address me.
Alright, buddy.
Before I wound up here, I was a decurion in the cavalry of Imperial Rome, helping protect civilization from the barbarians.
What's the decurion?
It's a cavalry officer. I had 30 men under my command. This was my uniform.
Only 30, bro? Why are you still wearing it?
As magistrate, I usually wear a toga. But today, I may need to survive long enough to create the portal for you. So, it seemed prudent.
Toga. How'd you end up here?
My men and I were at the Emporium in Rome as honor guard for a visiting dignitary arriving upriver by barge. Now, the port is usually bustling, but just as our guests arrived, waves of people began running toward the river from streets and alleyways in every direction. They were trying to escape a terrible fire. Unfortunately, the crowd sent my horse into a panic, and I remember it losing its footing by the water's edge. The next thing I knew, I was waking up on a riverbank not far from here in the company of some stranger. I went looking for my horse and discovered that lonely temple. You can probably figure out the rest.
You come to be a magistrate.
I was elected 7 months ago, uncontested because of my command experience. Since then, there's been growing agitation for another election. They're supposed to be annual, but I agreed to hold it sooner.
Yeah, at least this
hoping
guy
it would
lets
persuade
people
my
elect people, you know?
Unfortunately, it just seems to have emboldened certain elements.
I feel like he could have gone down full tyranny route, but he's been like, no, you know what? I'll let people decide.
Very well.
I was going to ask you some questions about my investigation.
Ask then.
I already have them. Okay.
Good. Now,
Can we talk about who's going to break the golden rule?
of course, what is it?
I've already figured out how to stop at least one person from breaking it. But what happens now?
Well, if you stopped one person from breaking it and you're still here, then there must be someone else about to break it still. Allow me to explain. When I discovered the ritual to Proserpina, the instructions came with a warning about paradoxes. The crux of it is this. If you do anything to change the course of history in such a way that your very being here is impossible, you will have created a paradox. To illustrate, when the golden rule is broken, I will open the door
Who's about to break the golden rule?
to
Everyone.
prevent it from being broken.
Everyone is constantly
If you
breaking it.
manage to succeed in saving our lives, then I will have no reason to open the doorway, and you will never have come here. A paradox. You see? The same thing would happen if you, say, inadvertently, allowed me to die. If I can't summon you, then you can't be here, obviously. If either of those things were to happen, I am given to understand you would
Interesting,
be
so
flung
that
back
could
to
be an
your
ending.
original time, having changed the course of history for us and yourself. So the fact that you are still here means someone is going to break the golden rule, and there is yet work to do. Understand?
I think so.
Excellent. So it looks like you'll have to continue your investigation. Now, was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Better get back to it.
Thank you. I'll be waiting here for news.
So if I, was to, let's say, save the game, and then...
Don't be so foolish. If you kill me, we all die. The crux of it is this.
Yep.
To illustrate, if you manage to... The same thing. If either of those things...
Yep. So if I killed you, everyone would die, and I'd return to my normal timeline with no way back.
Indeed.
I might need to rethink this.
Thank you. I'll be...
Okay, but what if I just want to kill you and see what happens?
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Okay. Oh.
Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fray. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al.
Isn't he alive, though? Doesn't matter. He can't... This still creates a paradox, because he can't open the portal, so you can't exist there, so you can't... it still makes a paradox. Whether or not he's actually dead, he's still stuck as a statue and unable to get out. But the sin? Yeah, it doesn't matter. The sin went off, as the god said, but it still made a paradox. So I came back here. Hey, you gave me a bit...
Well, here I am. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name.
I'm Crandall. I was hoping you know who I am.
Funny you should ask. I was just reading an old tablet I found here. Well, trying. My Latin is kind of rusty, but the last entry mentioned someone with the same name. It described an event about 2,000 years ago. Someone with your name appeared in the city out of the shrine of Proserpina and murdered a local magistrate, breaking some kind of ancient law. It said that the voice of a furious god rang out, and the ground trembled and statues sprang to life, firing arrows at the city's inhabitants. Apparently, as the citizens screamed and died in pain, the stranger just vanished in a flash of light.
Actually, that was me.
What? You're saying you were here 2,000 years ago? I'm not sure I understand.
Who's live to record it? I imagine someone recorded it quickly before the statues hit them, I'd imagine. They don't all instantly turn to gold. The statues have to hit them. So if they can run around and write it down real quickly while they were hiding out. Hell, that guy underground could do it. There's a couple of people there that could easily write it down before they die. They don't just instantly turn to gold. They have to get hit by the statue. When I first arrived here in the present day, I found your corpse hanging from a noose.
I'm sorry, come again?
I still have the suicide note you carved into this tablet here.
Let me see that. God, why does this writing look so familiar? I've spent a lifetime in this place going around and around in circles. This is disturbing. But I don't understand how I could have written it.
It was written by a different version of you. I changed the past and your fate.
I'm not following.
I killed a man who opened a time portal and then drew you back in time, preventing it from ever happening.
So you're saying, because a man from 2,000 years ago is dead, he never created a time portal, so I never went through it, and that's why I don't remember any of this?
Yes.
I guess. So what you're really saying is, you brought me back from the dead.
Yes.
To let me die.
I also feel
all
like you
over
need a
again.
jumper.
You saw the tablet. I spent a lifetime searching for a way out, and never found one. I can't see how I could possibly find one now, so it seems like we're both gonna die here.
I regret nothing.
How can you say that? You murdered a man in cold blood, and now there's a city full of dead people. And it's only a matter of time before we join them. I guess all those old Latin inscriptions were right. Pro peccata unius multis dolabunt. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Ending 1 of 4. Nice. How many might have survived if you hadn't killed Sentius in cold blood? I love it, man. I'm gonna go for a quick pee while this goes for a second. I love it. That's the first. We got the first ending.